And we are back, live in studio.
I saw the light. I see the light.
It's about time. The name of our show is Ask the Experts, where we bring in some of the top law firms in Florida. We do this as a service to the South Florida area, and we hit a home run on this one.
We did.
We absolutely did.
And I just told them that they were on the homepage, which they knew, of the Sun Sentinel on the money section, which is very impressive. So why don't you introduce them?
Yeah, well, first
that
of
would be
all,
helpful.
Before we do that, I just want to, because they won't say this. This is like the top HOA condo.
It's not like, it is the top.
Okay, I'm
correcting you.
Stepping really gently firm in not just this area, but all over Florida. So, and we're bringing this to you. And if you'd like to watch
today's show, go to www.kbrlegal.com. And if you have a question about HOA, condo association law, call us here at 888-565-1470. So let's welcome our monthly guests.
The two big mockers.
Macha. You gotta get the phlegm up, you know. You gotta be Jewish here. We have Robert Kaye and Michael Bender of Kaye, Bender, and Rembaum. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is their second time.
Yes.
So they're going to be with us every month.
And the phones have already been ringing. We actually have a call, I believe.
I think we have 2 calls already, and we haven't even gotten it. So
they're very popular guests.
We have 2 calls.
Let's take the first call.
Hello.
Hi, who do we have?
Like Heidi again.
How are you?
We're great. How you doing?
I'm great. I've been out there to attend some of the courses, which are very, very instrumental.
Well,
okay, so did you
say hello to Robert and Michael first.
Hello, Michael.
Hello there. Who do we have?
My name is Lydia Pedraza.
Okay, so did you have a question for Michael?
I sure do.
Okay, what's your question?
My question is, we had started a recall, which is in the midst of things, but in between that, we've always had our elections in September, and all of a sudden the board is not doing it. We haven't received any paperwork, nothing. And I'm wondering, isn't there something that I could look up to verify why are we not receiving if a legal...
Are you a condominium or a homeowner association?
We are a condo homeowners.
Condo homeowners, she said.
Yeah, the townhomes.
Lydia, if the governing documents set forth an election each September, and that's when they've been scheduled in the past, I would start by inquiring of, are you self-managed or is there a management company?
There's a management company.
I would start by inquiring of the management company as to the status of the election. I put it in writing. I do it certified mail, and to get some information. And you can also contact the division in Tallahassee, the DBPR, the Division of Condominiums, and let them know what is ongoing. Since you're supposed to have elections in September, that's interesting that they're not. As far as the recall process goes, there has been new legislation which the division will not accept a recall petition within 60 days on either side of the scheduled election date. So obviously, if an election should be for...
We started that back in March.
Right, but at this point, we should be looking to. You should be looking to find out why the election's not scheduled, and to get that scheduled, so that would be more, and then address what you would like to do in the recall. Address at the actual election itself.
Okay.
Michael said that so much better than I could.
I have a second question. Has nothing to do with the recall or with the question I just asked. But if there's an attorney representing the property management, I guess the board, can owners request copies of the legal paperwork from the law firm?
Are you referring to their contract with your association?
Well, they're in the midst of trying to remove somebody, a renter, who, because she participated in helping with the recall, they just had it out for her and they're wanting to remove her.
Well, certain communications between the association attorney and the board are considered privileged and not open to your inspection. Other matters may be available, and if there's a lawsuit pending, anything in the public record should be made available to you.
So anything in the public record, they've taken her to court. So
yes, if there's a lawsuit filed, that's considered public record, so you should be able to find copies of that.
Again, foreclosure?
Yes, this is something you should make a written request about.
I did. I sent a certified mail, and they answered me back that it's not privileged information.
Well,
That was Becker and Pollock.
that is likely the situation as it presently stands.
Okay,
Does that help?
that's it. That's it for now.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
calling.
Thanks, Michael.
How
Bye.
many?
Thanks, Michael. She's got to think for you, Michael.
Well, she could see them on TV.
Maybe.
How many community associations do you all represent?
We represent in about 800 communities currently.
That's a lot. That's
Yes, it goes
impressive.
From Ocean Reef all the way up to, what is it up there?
Past Palm Beach.
Past Palm Beach, north of Palm Beach, Jupiter
Wow.
area.
So you cover all the counties.
See, I told you, we've got the best.
We do.
We can say that. Do we? I think we have another call, don't we? Oh my gosh. the
We have
phones are
3
ringing.
calls. Okay, who do we have next?
Hello?
Hi, who do we have?
Hello.
Hello?
Bad connection.
Very bad connection. Okay, maybe shut down your radios. Shut the sound down.
I don't have a radio on.
Oh, okay. I tried. Anyway, so who do we have? What's your name?
Can you hear me? Kind of, sort of.
Can you hear?
We could try.
We could try. What was your question?
Well, I live in an HOA that the board is now making up new rules almost every meeting and not posting them other than putting them into the newsletter, and then they come around trying to enforce those rules. I'm wondering if that's okay to do.
Generally speaking, with rules, the board has to have authority to make the rules that they're making, and the rules they make cannot be in conflict with your recorded documents. If they're making different rules every meeting they have, and they're trying to enforce them against the homeowners, it might be a good idea to get together with some of your neighbors and maybe consult with an attorney that is familiar with this type of work to see if your documents allow them to do that. Because with homeowners association, a lot of it is going to be specific to your documents.
Okay, because they did make up a rule about not trimming people's property, and they're sticking to it. And our bylaws say that they have to trim everybody's property. So that was one thing. I do have another question, if you don't mind.
Sure, go right ahead.
They're now having workshops and not letting the association know they're doing them because they say they're calling them workshops instead of, board meeting. Is that okay?
Michael smiling
Under the
here.
law, the board is required to open their meetings and allow owners access to attend and participate in the meeting if there's a quorum of the board present and they are what is considered conducting association business. The statutes do not define what conducting association business means, and there is no deciding case law on the topic. So generally speaking, it requires a board to actually be taking action, making decisions, adopting resolutions to qualify as conducting association business. If they're doing fact-finding and they're not making decisions, arguably those types of meetings can be done privately without allowing the owners to attend. It really depends on what it is they're doing, and most of the time they should be doing it in the open in front of the homeowners.
Okay, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Blake, did we have another caller? Okay, put them through.
Hear me yet?
Hi, who do we have?
This is Heidi. Can you hear me?
Oh,
better
this is the
time?
lady who called us during our last
Yes, so you have a question?
Yes, I do. It has to do with pets in a no-pet condo, which is, I guess, a touchy subject.
Is that your biggest issue, one of your biggest issues?
That is right now, I'd say, one of the hottest topics for sure.
Very popular.
Right. What we have right now is we have a homeowner that lived there didn't live there for a long time, then moved back with a dog without any notice, then decided to claim the dog was part of a Crohn's disease solution with
Service
no
pet.
paperwork. Then they paid some psychologist for one visit to say they need the dog. So, I guess we have to let them have the dog, but they won't allow us, the OEO won't allow us to have any conditions. They spent a lot of time with lawyers and time and money negotiating, and when it came down to the very end, they took it away from the clerk that was helping us. said it was not valid, and that the manager of the OEO was now going to take it over, and that we weren't allowed to negotiate one single thing like keeping the dog in a pet carrier in the elevator. We have one elevator, a common area, and they have to have free reign of the whole building with the dog on a leash. And it would be a therapy dog for emotional support pet. So we're not allowed to say, you can have the dog, just don't flaunt it around here. They like to walk it all through the building and get everybody upset. So
Okay,
I
Michael,
don't know.
let's let you handle
Is
this
there
one.
such a law that the OEO says you can't have any conditions whatsoever with the free reign of the dog?
And what was your first name again?
Heidi.
Heidi. Heidi, are you on your board of directors?
I'm the president of the board right now.
Okay, so everyone's looking to you for answers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the scenario that you talk about comes up quite a bit. The short answer to your question is yes, there are reasonable limitations or regulations that can be placed upon owners or handlers of these what are called assistance animals under HUD regulations or fair housing laws. However, what these regulations, what are acceptable and what would be considered reasonable, it is important that they are reviewed with counsel when these types of issues come up. We have these issues coming up almost daily. As you may be aware, we do have a seminar monthly navigating the Fair Housing Act to assistance animal or pet, and I would encourage you, if you have an opportunity, to come.
When is the seminars?
The seminars, they're in our Pompano Beach office. The next open seminar is Tuesday, October 14th, and they're also given in our Palm Beach Gardens location, and there's one Tuesday, September 23rd.
Is there a charge for that?
We already have counsel. We've paid a fortune in counsel.
Oh, these seminars are free. There is no charge to attend. It's just an opportunity to get additional information. There's no obligation to the law firm other than hopefully leaving with good information and maybe a little bit of a full belly because we'll offer you some light snacks.
Okay, well, we have to make a decision because they're going to subpoena us if we don't respond. So I guess it's a little late, really.
Well, then I guess you need to communicate with your current counsel and get some good guidance from them, and hopefully they're familiar with this area of law and can help you in that arena.
You know, let's.
Yeah, he's telling us there's nothing we can do. They say this. You're going to do what I say, not what the law says, and that's it.
Well, unfortunately, these cases are very much fact specific. In general, like I said, there are certainly reasonable regulations and that can be adopted and enforced. But I don't know the specifics of your case or where it's gone, so I'm sorry that I can't be more specific.
And that's why she needs to speak to her attorney because he has all the information.
And we're going to go to commercial right now. And we come back.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Heidi. We come back.
All right, bye-bye.
We're going to talk about your seminars. And I also want to talk about why it's important to hire a firm like yours. So we come back.
Okay.
We've got some great questions. And we've got a lot of phone calls that are already backed up, too.
We do.
We'll be right back.
Perfect.
Is your community association looking for prompt, effective, cost-efficient, and understandable legal advice and services? You'll find that and more with Kaye Bender Rembaum, a full-service commercial law firm concentrating on the representation of more than 800 community associations throughout Florida. With offices in Broward and Palm Beach counties, Kaye Bender Rembaum assists clients in all matters of association representation, including but not limited to collection of assessments, contract negotiation, covenant review and amendment, covenant enforcement, and construction defect claims. Under the direction of attorneys Robert Kaye, Michael Bender, and Jeffrey Rembaum, Kaye Bender Rembaum is dedicated to providing clients with an unparalleled level of personalized and professional service regardless of their size and takes into account their individual needs and financial concerns. For more information, visit www.kbrlegal.com or call 954-928-0680.
Hi, I'm Steve-O with the Ask the Experts radio show. Join my co-host Renee and I every Friday as we interview some of the most prominent professionals in Palm Beach and Broward County. Each week we combine educational information on a variety of topics with a touch of humor and entertainment in the areas of legal, health, financial, and home improvement so you can be more informed. We offer interviews on such topics as family law, foreclosure defense, estate planning, sleep apnea, roof repair, funeral pre-needs, mold and mildew, alcoholism addiction, and even a show that teaches you how to buy a new and used car from one of the top dealerships in South Florida. If you have a business and would like to be part of the Ask the Expert show, contact us at 954-336-3767. Position your company as an expert in your field. Call Ask the Experts radio show at 954-336-3767. Be sure to catch our show every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. or watch our show live at wwnnradio.com and click on the WWNN TV link.
Okay, we're back.
And the phones are just buzzing.
I see that.
I told you we've got a great law firm here.
That's what happens when you have the top law firm. So tell everybody a little bit about your law firm.
Okay, Kaye Bender Rembaum. Our practice concentrates in the area of community association representation. It's not a collection firm. It's something that is basically a corporate practice where our corporate clients are community associations, the HOAs, the condominiums, the cooperatives. And we are proud to have 2 offices, one in Pompano Beach and one in Palm Beach Gardens. We as we mentioned earlier, we have in excess of 800 communities that we represent, and we handle everything for our clients, any legal needs that they have as far as general day-to-day association-related issues, whether they have litigation matters, covenant violations, interpreting documents, contract negotiation, and if they do have issues with delinquencies, we have a large staff and attorneys who are experienced in that as well.
I saw your pompano.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give everybody a phone number.
Okay. The 800 number is 974 0680. You can reach that. The Pompano Beach direct line is 954-928-0680, and Palm Beach Gardens is 561-241-4462.
What are some of the common issues you see in your practice?
The most common.
Well, as Heidi will appreciate, fair housing issues and assistance animals being the hottest topic now. There is still some issues with delinquencies, but they come more in the arena of the lender foreclosures action and moving and where the banks are in their status. There's also, of course, covenant violations are becoming more hot and heavy as delinquencies are becoming less important. The boards are focusing a lot more on the other covenants and enforcing their documents, and we certainly encourage uniform enforcement of those.
So tell everybody about the town hall meetings, because I know you just briefly mentioned, you touched upon that before. So what are those, and when do you have them?
Town hall meetings is an evolution, as it were. We started off doing a series of meetings around the counties, talking about legislative changes that occurred through the years. And one year there was no legislative changes, and we didn't want to not go out, so we decided to do something different that year. And we opened it up as a town hall type meeting where owners could come, board members could come, and just ask whatever question, and we would deal with whatever came up. And we would do that for 2 hours. And we have multiple sites around all 3 counties, although they haven't been formalized as of yet for the coming season. They should start in November and run through April, 1 or 2 a month.
And you'll post those on your
We'll post
website?
that on our website, yes. And in the town hall setting, it's less formal, and we do cover all the issues that are hot for the day, and they do change with the times.
And your seminar, again, when is your next seminar?
For which?
You have different seminars coming up.
We do board member education in our office each month. Every month there's one for condominium board members. The next one is Thursday, September 18th. And
so you have one coming up then.
Yes, and for HOA board members it's Tuesday, September 30th. For cooperative board members, we'll be scheduling one toward the latter part of the year. As I mentioned earlier, the Fair Housing Assistance Animal Seminars, October 14th in Pompano, and in Palm Beach Gardens, September 23rd.
Okay.
Perfect. So do we have another call, Blake? Okay, so put them through.
Tired of waiting.
Yes, no, he said yes, we do. Okay, put them through. Who do we have? Hello?
Betty Meckler.
Hi. So what's your what question do you have for our attorneys today?
I sent a certified letter to the manager, and she never replied to me the information I needed.
A manager that you wrote that never wrote back to you?
Well, what happened was she claims, quote, I don't understand your letter. I asked for invoices on a certain party that does work here, which happens to be her boyfriend. That's why she don't want to give the invoices. Now, 30 days have gone by, and after the 29th day, she writes back after 29 days, I don't understand your letter. Well, when she first got my letter and she couldn't understand it, she should have called me or written to me, not wait 29 days.
Well, what you've described is a common misunderstanding that owners often have. I'm assuming you're in a condominium, yes?
Yes.
Under the condominium statutes, you have two issues at play here. You are allowed as an owner to make a written inquiry, which asks a question of which the association is required to give a substantive response. If you send a certified letter, they have 30 days from
That's the problem.
Well, let me finish. They have 30 days to respond, and quite often the association will take the whole 30 days, regardless of how long it really takes. What you're looking for is specific documents out of the official records of the association, these contracts or proposals. In order to get access to that, you need to make a request not for the board to provide you with documents, but to allow you to come in and do an inspection of the official records. The board will have 10 business days to schedule an appointment with you to come in, and then you can look for the documentation that you're looking for, and you should be able to find it that way. There's no requirement in the association to go through the records itself, find what you're asking for, and send you copies unless they voluntarily choose to do so.
No, what has happened in the past, when you ask for information, they tell you when to come in, you come in the office, they have it all photocopied, and they give you copies. But I say the manager doesn't like me, and she's not going to give me the information. She does this every time I send a certified letter. So most of the time, she waits the 30 days. The law reads 718-111, paragraph 12. Unless you're taking this matter to the lawyer and asking him a question, they can wait the 30 days. They can't wait 30 days. It's 5 days reply, 11th day they get fined $50 a day. You know the rule.
Yes, but you've cited two different sections, one on the inspection of records and one on the written inquiry, which is 718-112-2A. So bear in mind that you want to focus on the specific record inspection, and if you're not getting access, you should contact the Division of Condominiums and make a formal complaint that you're not being provided access to records.
Okay, thanks for calling in.
Listen, I want to ask you real quickly that I understand you also host certifications too.
We do. Right.
For board members.
Right, as I mentioned earlier, yes. And it's important as board members are, all board members, HOA, condominium, or cooperative board members, are now required under the law to have certification. Now, certification comes in two forms. There is a certificate that a board member can execute, which, paraphrasing, essentially says that they've read their documents and they agree to uphold them and meet their fiduciary obligations. An alternative option, and one that we certainly recommend, whether or not you complete that certificate, is board member education. We are a division-approved provider of this board member education, and we offer it each month in our offices, I mentioned earlier, for condominium and HOA board members. The next class for condominium board members is Thursday the 18th in the Pompano office, and for homeowner association board members it's Tuesday, September 30th. They're also offered in Palm Beach Gardens, and I'd encourage everyone to go to kbrlegal.com to look up under the seminar dates. We have all of our Pompano and Palm Beach Garden seminars.
So everything will be listed.
This could have been an hour show so
easily,
easy.
Yes.
I mean, it went by so fast. Listen, we have the best. So, I mean,
we do.
They're not allowed to say that, but we can. Give everybody your phone number again if maybe they'd like to talk to you about representing their association.
Well, you see, everybody wants to talk to them.
You can reach us at any of the offices at 954-928-0680 or 1-800-974-0680.
Okay, and they're going to be joining us next month as
Next
well.
month again.
We'll
And
be back.
Yes.
Thanks for listening, everybody, today. Thanks, Robert and Michael, for coming in. It's first time?
First time.
Okay, you're going to love doing this. Now, see, Robert's a pro at this now.
I see that.
I'm a vet.
That's exactly
We will
it.
see you on Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
From 4 to 5.
4 to 5. Have a wonderful week. Peace and love, everybody.
We're out.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in today to the Ask the Expert show with Steve-O and Renee. Tune in every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. while some of the top local experts in their field from Broward and Palm Beach counties educate you in the areas of law, health, financial, and home improvement. You can also call our offices at 888-574-6999 to become an expert on our show. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.